Let's try to solve a today's Leetcode problem number 650, two keys keyboard. So first try to understand the question. Question is there is only one character A on the screen of notepad. So you can perform one or two operation on this notepad for each steps. First step, it would be a copying all. So you can copy all the character present on the screen. Partially copying is not allowed. But second is a paste. You can paste the character which are copied last time. So given an integer and return the minimum number of operation to get a character exactly n times on the screen. So let's try to understand with an example of n equal to. Okay, let's try to understand first of all with this question. The question says we have a notepad with an character a. So we have a n as a parameter. Let's suppose n equal to 3. So we need an output 3 times a. So for 3 times output, how many operation we need to do to get this by the single A? We have a two step. Either we can copy, so copy will be considered operation 1, paste also consider operation 1. So if we want a 3 times A, so let's suppose if we doing this, copy will be operation 1, paste will be operation 2. So A, so operation count will be a 2. Either there must be a two step. Either we just copy the whole and paste again, but it will not possible because we don't need an output which is 4 time A. We need a 3 time A. To rectify this, we'll take a factor which will be a 2. To determine if this 2 factors divided by this and coming one value, so we don't need to copy the whole thing. By default, the previous what actually we have copied, just we need to paste again. So the whole operation what we have did, we just need to simply like the factor that we have get, we simply like add this value in the operation. We need to simply return this. Okay, so let's try to understand with like big example. Let's say for n equal to 9. If you see the n is an odd number, we have taken a factor which is a 2. If we simply run a while loop and we simply divide n divided by 2, which is not equals to 1, right? Okay, which is not equal, it's a, you can say it's a odd number. So to rectify this, what we'll do, we'll just add an increment on the factor. So if this 2 is not divided by like 9 is module 2 is not equal to 0, then we'll just increment by 3. So after coming 3, we have an idea that n modulus 3 which is coming is 0. So inside this loop, what we'll do, we'll use the operation where the whatever the factor value, it will just come inside the operation. We'll just put a value and just will reduce the 9 divided by the what factor value will be, it will be 3. Again simply we'll do the same thing, 3 modulus 3, which is, yeah, it's coming 0. So the operation value by default previous we have added 3, right? So again now the 3 will be added, so it will be a 6. So the by default for n equal to 9, that means to print 9 times a, it's 3 4 5, okay, 9 times a, we need seeds times operations. Okay, still if you don't understand, I'll just make a manual thing how it's done. Let's suppose we have an e. First thing is we'll just copy and paste. So operation will be a 2. Copy is 1, paste will be a 2. Either we could copy the all and just paste again and again to get a 9, but it will not possible because it's an even number. If we like paste and again it will become at the last, it will be not equals to 9. To make sure, we have added a factor to make sure that it will be come to at that point. So after multiplying, it will be come to the 9 stage. So again we are adding a 9 a. So how many operation we have did? 3 operation. After that, either we just copy the whole thing. So copy the whole thing, it will take 4, again paste 2 times, which will be a 9. So 2 operation again plus 2, which is a 6. That what the actual code says. Let's try to figure out by coding. So we are adding operation that we simply need to return operations as by default as 0. We are taking as int factor equal to 0. So now we'll simply run a loop saying that until unless 9n is greater than equal to 1, until that the code will run. Inside that we'll again run a while loop saying that until unless the operations, I'll just copy this operation modulus. Why we are using modulus? Modulus to find either it is odd or even factors equal to 0. Until unless it's not becoming even or odd, something which is not equal to 0, we are adding this loop. So now whatever the factor value it will come, we'll just add in operation value. So the operation plus equal to what factor value it will be. Then after adding this, we need to reduce the n, right? To reduce the n divide is equal to factor we'll take. So that the at the end the code will end, the while loop will be end. So what we'll do, the factor, if this condition not meet until unless, so we'll just like increase the factor by adding increment. After that, what we'll do, we simply return the operations. Let's try to run this code. Okay, there is something mistake I have did, I guess. Let me, okay, yeah. I think it will be not operation, it will be the n. N divided by the factor, what it will become. This is what we need to rectify. Yeah, the both code has been satisfied. Let's try to submit this code. Yeah, it's run. So let's try to understand with one of example to understand proper. Like, I'll also try run this code. Let's take an example of n is 5. We have given n, which is a 5. So how many operation we need to do? A minimum operation. So now the operation is 0, right? Factor is 2. I'm considered as f equal to 2. So now the while loop will be run. So it will check is 5 is greater than 1. Of course, it's so condition will be a true. So it will go inside this loop. Again, it will check in the while loop saying is n modulus factor. N modulus factor, that means 5 modulus 2 is equal to 0. No, it's completely false. So what we'll do, the factor will be, now the factor is 2, right? So now it will be increment. So it will be factor, now it will be a 3. So now it will be a 3. So again it will check is 5 modulus 3 is equal to 0. No, it's not. Again it will be like increase. 5 modulus 4 it will be equal to. So until unless that 5 modulus something value is not equal to 0, we need to run this, that we need to increment the factor. So now there will be a stage where factor will be become 5. If you check the 5 modulus 5, now it will be a 0. That 5 factorial, which is what we call as operations. This operation, that factor, we need to add in the operations. So now the operation, this code, it means that whatever the factor value will be, it will be plus added to the operation. So now the operation will be a 5. After adding 5, see clearly, like after adding 5, what we'll do, like we have a n value which is a 5 now, right? So 5, this code what will do, 5 divided what the factor value will be. What is factor value, which is 5, right? What we have added, which is 1 now. So now the 1 had come. So again, if we check this value is 1 is greater than 1, now the condition is remain false. So this loop will end and now it will run the operation value. So what is operation value? The operation value will be what? 5. That what's the code it means. So this is a very clear approach, you could say, and let's the best approach. You can try this and also dry run to get a more clarity on this code. I hope this video hopeful. Thank you.